we can crawl towards Ron a bit more. It's taking a while for us to actually get to him. But soon we will find him.
What kept you, Harry? I can't hang around here all night, you know. Very funny, Ron. Now how on earth am I going to release you? Is there some kind of weak spot on the tree you could cast a spell at?
Hey, leave my car alone.
Whatever you're gonna do, I suggest you do it quickly!
Yeah, this is going to be a boss fight. The first one actually in this game, technically. Need to be careful for the arms, the hands and arms. Not too sure if I like a tree having hands and arms. But anyway, there's an obvious weak spot on it, so make sure to hit it. So this eye will open up. Or at least the eye is always open, but we will actually get access to it. Normally Ron is actually hanging in front of it. But the moment he actually raises Ron, we're going to be able to hit him in the eye. Also not too sure if I like a tree having an eye. But hey, it's the world of wizarding and it's the world of video games. And those two combined, everything can happen. Let's make sure not to get punched. Wait for him to open up his palm. And aim, fire. Eye exposed. Boom. One more hit. Of course he's going to get rage mode now. Hey Hedwig. It's pretty obvious she's going to be able to give us some healing items the moment you have summoned her. Also don't want to get hit by the car. I'm not sure if it's going to do more damage, but still. Just the idea of being smashed by a car. It's gotta hurt. Oh, whoa. Did not expect that to happen. Throwing around rocks. Are you sure? Ow. I got punched. Give me back my beans. So unfair that you actually lose beans the moment you get hit. Right. Boom. And last hit. Oh, no. I guess I was too late. Need to go through that cycle again. Punch. This one was my own fault. I actually walked into it, man. I guess that is the downside of staying in motion, trying to avoid enemy attacks. Sometimes you can actually run into them. It's not always a perfect way to actually defend yourself. Oh. I was about to ask where are you going, but I guess we are still going. Open up, please. No, let's not wait too long.
Oof! Thanks, Harry. Much appreciated. Oh, it was nothing. Anyway, we better get a move on. We don't want Professor Snape catching us out so late. Why don't you try that door, Harry?
Alright, one problem solved. We are still alive. And now for the second problem. Are the teachers here going to forgive us that we are late? And we're actually playing around with the Whomping Willow.
The only thing I'm not looking forward to this term is seeing Snape. Let's just hope he's left because he missed out on the Defense Against the Dark Arts job again. Or he might have been sacked. I mean, everyone hates him.
Or maybe he's waiting to hear why you two didn't arrive on the Hogwarts Express.
Professor Snape, we were...
In my search of the grounds, I noticed that considerable damage seems to have been done to a very valuable Whomping Willow. I will be speaking with Professor McGonagall later.
That tree did more damage to us than we...
Silence! I would advise you both to make your way immediately to the Gryffindor Common Room.
But Professor Snape, we...
Go, and count yourselves lucky. If I should catch either of you out after tonight, I will definitely deduct house points.
Come on, Harry. I'll meet you outside the entrance hall.
Yeah, Snape was definitely never a big fan of us. But we are not of him either, so... At least he's going to allow us to stay around, so... We have indeed arrived at Hogwarts at last. It is nighttime, of course, so we're not going to be able to do a whole lot. Unlike in the first game, this is actually not a whole open big area, as you can see. The grounds areas actually are divided into multiple sections. The moment we actually take these pathways, we will immediately warp towards the next area, as you can see. Quidditch Stadium. This one is going to be for the greenhouse. And yeah, remember, there's also going to be teachers and prefects running around here, so make sure not to get caught. That is indeed going to cost you house points, like Snape actually promised. Whenever we are not supposed to be out, make sure not to get seen. Otherwise we're not going to win the House Cup. But anyway, that is how the Hogwarts Grounds area works in this game, in the Chamber of Secrets. Not a whole lot we can do in the first night, of course. Just talking about how this works, nothing more. What we can do is actually entering the castle and actually get started with our second year at the Wizarding School. Entering the entrance hall yet again. We know this part from the first game. The castle is going to be the same, pretty much, so should all look familiar. Welcome back. This truly feels like coming home. Harry does not really have the feeling of being home at his own family, but here he does feel at home. Even though there's always a lot of trouble for him here. Let's go explore this corridor. Be careful for the ghosts that actually fly around here. They will hurt you the moment you touch them. However, there's of course also going to be stuff we can find. Make sure to destroy these things before they actually fly into us. Yeah, whenever exploring the castle at night, we need to be careful. That is when the place is haunted, and there's going to be a lot of stuff trying to hurt us.
I'm over here!
Yeah, I don't care about you, Ron. I'm exploring. You have a bit of patience. The first thing I need to mention is this portrait over here. As you can see, this is going to be our way to link to the Game Boy Advance version if we are playing the game linked. If you have that actually activated, this is where you interact with it. But since I'm not going to be able to cover that part of the game, I will not cover it. And only mention this is actually where that needs to happen. In case you do have the ability to play it like that. If I'm not mistaken, that's going to be pretty much the only thing we can do here in the first night. Not a whole lot of areas are going to be unlocked yet. Or wizard cards are going to be available. For most of them we're going to be needing a handful of spells. Unlike in the first game. In this game we're not going to be able to open up every single chest. For some of them we actually need a certain spell. And guess what? We don't have them yet, so... Most of the exploring in the castle is going to be useless. And therefore, pretty much the only thing we can do is make our way towards the common room. Exploring all of these floors is something we're going to be doing later.
Why, if it isn't young Potter, how are you? Glad to be back at Hogwarts?
Well, I would be, Nick, if Professor Snape hadn't caught me outside.
Well, I suppose that rules are there for a reason, although sometimes the reason escapes me. Yes, you shouldn't be up this late, you know. Better get back to the Gryffindor common room before Professor Snape catches you again. Goodbye.
Bye, Nick. Get a move on, Harry!
Ron, I was talking to someone. Shut up. So much patience. That's something that can definitely work as a virtue for you, Ron. But I do have patience. I want to explore, but that I will actually save until later. See, I do have patience. I will limit my searching to the top floor only. Here I will do actually do some searching around. There's one thing I'd like to explain. All of these classrooms are always a pretty good way to gather yourself some beans. There's usually a certain item you can hit multiple times, like this. And that way actually get yourself a couple of beans. You do need them after all in order to buy stuff in Fred and George's shop. That will return in this game. So be warned. Make sure you have plenty of beans in the meantime. Oh, this is also something I'd like to mention. This is also a night type enemy. Whenever you come near bookshelves, books can actually start attacking you. What kind of a school is this? Even the books are not safe here.
Come on, Harry!
There's also clearly a hole down here. Just like in the first game. That is something we'll be exploring later. Don't worry. For now, we're gonna go into the common room.
I can't get into the common room, Harry. She wants the password.
Of course I want the password. How am I to know that you two aren't Slytherins disguised as Gryffindors?
Because we don't look like gorillas, that's how.
There you are. Someone said you'd been expelled for crashing a flying car into the Whomping Willow.
Well, we haven't been expelled. Look, just tell us the new password, Hermione.
Oh, very well then. It's Wattlebird.
I'll meet you inside, Harry.
Well, you could have just kept the painting open. We also wanted to go in.
Wattlebird.
But at least we know the password, so opening it up is not that big of a problem, I guess. Now, entering the Gryffindor common room. Harry's actual home, you might say. The place where we start every single day, every single night, where we learn our missions. Where Fred and George's shop is, and also where the bulletin board for missing items is going to be. A very important spot.
Hey, Harry, Fred and George have set up a shop. You can trade all kinds of things with them for spells and really wicked stuff. Wow, I must go and see them. Where are they? Go through that door and through the reading room. There's a portrait on the other side. What's the password? Flibbity gibbet. Oh, and watch out for Percy. He hates being disturbed when he's studying.
Yeah, that's going to be in the same spot as in the first game, by the looks of it. Let's go. And the remark about Percy is a bit of baloney, actually. He's never studying, he's always walking around in here. He actually functions as the prefect in this area. Make sure not to get spotted by him. You will, A, get thrown out, and B, it will cost you house points, so... You don't actually want to get spotted by him. Make your way around him, and at night time, it is shopping time.
Ah, Potter! You finally made it then. Heard about the Ford Anglia. Mum's gonna kill Ron when she finds out. I bet it was worth it to see Snape's face when you landed.
Sort of.
Anyway, welcome to our shop, Harry.
Yes. Feel free to browse our extensive range of Wizardries and magical merchandise. Everything priced at reasonable rates and the only currency universally accepted throughout Hogwarts. Bertie Bott's every flavour beans.
We're sure there's something here you'll like.
Oh, there's definitely a lot of stuff I like in here. It's a good shop in this game, I need to be honest. There's even a whole spell we can actually buy here, as you can see. But also a lot of other stuff, a lot of wizard cards.
Is there anything here
Expansions
that interests
to
you?
multiple kinds of things, like stink pellets and other stuff. Extra potion files. Yeah, this place is going to be worth it. Let's go see how expensive this is going to be.
How much is the Alohomora spellbook?
100 Bertie Bott's every flavour
100 beans for Alohomora in this game. You actually buy it in the shop.
Pellets are a great way to stop prefects catching
So,
you.
that's not going to happen
But I
right
didn't
now.
tell you that.
We don't even have a way to
Did
carry
I?
100 beans right now. But
How
here
much
is a
is
way
this
to
Bertie
actually
Bott's bean
already
bag?
expand it.
20 Bertie Bott's every flavour beans.
Oh, precisely 20 beans. Well, that's perfect.
I'd like to buy that, please.
I guess this is going to be a good thing to buy first.
You can now carry more Bertie Bott's every flavour beans, Harry.
Nice. Immediately all the way out, but at least we have a way to carry 100 beans now, so...
If there's anything you'd like to know about, just ask.
Yeah, we don't have a whole lot of beans yet, so... This is definitely going to be the only thing we're going to be able to buy. But as you can clearly see, there's a lot of good stuff in the shop in this game. Something I'm definitely going to be grinding for.
Oh.
Sorry, Percy. But for some reason I always feel like you're asking for it, so... Can never resist. Here is the main room. The main lounge, you might say. The missing item board we're going to be taking a look at later. Time for us to finish off the first day.
Okay, Harry, it's been a long day. Really tired and I'm off to bed.
Indeed, it has definitely been a long day. Let's go check out the bunk area. It's not going to be a whole lot of different compared to the first time we were here. As you can clearly see, nothing has really changed. Also not a whole lot of things we can do here. We can just take a look at the football team. The poster that's still hanging here. Dean Thomas, I believe it was, who was the football fan. Leeds United, I thought it was. Correct me if I'm wrong. If that is also still here. But anyway, it's time for us to end today. There's a whole lot of things we needed to do. But all of them taken care of. And it's time for us to truly begin with our school year. A bit of an awkward way to arrive at school, but still, we are at school. And the way we got here, we're not going to be talking about that. Let's go see how our adventure at school is going to begin. Moving down. And into the first cutscene of day 2.
Morning, Ron. Do you know what class we've got first? I heard there's flying. You heard right. I'll meet you downstairs in the entrance hall.
Flying already. Awesome. It's definitely my favorite thing to do in this game. There's a lot of very fun mini-games to play in this game as well when it comes to flying, so... I guess we don't want to wait too long for that. And allow me to quickly actually show you this. Unlike in the first game, where we were able to go into the occupied bathroom, Fred and George's shop, to actually find some beans. In this game, that's actually non-accessible. As you can see, the painting is going to stay closed. So there's no bean collecting over there. There's still a very good way to collect some beans in this game, and that's something I'll be covering later. What actually is the best spot for grinding, something we definitely need to do. When just playing through the game naturally, we're not going to be able to find enough beans, I can already promise you. This game definitely requires a lot of extensive grinding. But that is something I actually don't feel like doing right now. That's something for later, I guess. One thing we do actually have time for is some quick exploring. Now that it is daytime, I think we have a better chance to already take a look at the first couple of things. Like the secret corridor on the 7th floor. Was also present in the first game, of course. Here we actually find the first chest we're not able to open up yet. Like I promised, some of the chests in this game will be different. And this one actually has a spider web in front of it. And without the proper spell, we are not going to be able to open it up. Remember that. Not every single chest is as easily opened this time around. Here was the first one. Remember its location. And also, what was the thing that was keeping it closed? A spider web in this case. Now, moving down towards the 4th floor. That's actually where the secret corridor connects to, as you may remember. Open up, please. That way we enter the main hall of the 4th floor. Now, in here we can actually start talking about wizard card trading. Let's go see how that works in this game.
I collect famous witches and wizards cards. Do you? I'll give you card number 75, Mungo Bunham, for number 13, Andros the Invincible.
I don't have that card.
In this game we actually need to give a set card whenever trading.
I collect famous witches and wizards cards. Do you? I'll give you a card number 61, Havelock Sweeting, for a number 77, Norval Twonk.
I don't have that card.
Yeah, that's pretty obvious. Unlike in the first game, we were able to switch any double card we had for a new one. In this game, we actually need to give a set card, and we will also always receive a set card in return. So there's no random factor anymore in this game when it comes to trading cards. Remember that, it is not going to be that easy this time around. In the meantime, we can start exploring the 2nd secret corridor that actually begins at the 4th floor. Enter the secret room on the left. This should actually lead to a chest we can already open. Yeah, this is indeed the chest we can open. That will lead to another card. Number 10 actually.
Number 43, Cyprian Yaudel.
Well, this was not one of the cards we were able to trade, so... We cannot go back and actually get ourselves another one. Ow. Well, we've got a bigger health bar now, but we're also losing health. Unfortunately, not able to actually take care of these guys yet. Let's just leave them be. More exploring. Going down towards the 2nd floor. Another chest actually waiting for us. Another wizard card. Number 1 again. We need to start over.
Number 92, Xavier Rastrick.
Yeah, that one I can also definitely remember. Right. Oh, here's another room we can actually go into. But this one I will actually cover later. It's going to be important later on. For now, I'd actually like to not waste too much time and try to find a good spot to end my episode. I've been making a giant recording session out of this beginning part of the game, but I do feel like stopping the recording by now, so let's go try to find ourselves a good spot to finish this. Going downstairs, saving the game there, and next time actually begin with our new class is going to be a perfect one. Here we can actually see another type of obstacle that's going to prevent us from opening a chest. Some sort of goo, by the looks of it. Ectoplasm, it is officially called. Remember that as well. The moment we are able to deal with ectoplasm, then we're going to be able to open up chests like that. Remember their locations. So, we've taken the secret pathway down. That way actually explored a couple of things. Saw a couple of chests. Also a couple we were not able to open up yet. Another time we will actually also go through the corridors itself. Check out the classrooms. And see if there's stuff for us to get over there. But like I said, that is going to be for next time. Now at the beginning of day 1 at Hogwarts. Technically day 2 you might say. Our first actual day. Our classes will begin. But for now, I will actually call it quits. Let's go see what Harry's adventure is going to be this time around. Is it just going to be us at school? Or is another entire adventure waiting for us, just like the first time? Thank you for watching, and Treecks out.